Okay, I want to go over the Book of Enoch. In here are some things that I haven't discussed, and I'm going to real quickly go over as quick as I can. I've already shot this video, and I'm trying to make it faster and quicker. So I need to do this because the Jehovah's Witness have carved this wrathful image for these sons of God angels that came to earth and made children, and they try to say the children ate everyone. They were all made giants. They were all like thousands of feet tall, and they all killed everyone on the planet. And a lot of that is just extreme. And so I want to show you exactly what the Book of Enoch says as quickly as I can. Now that it says they took wives, and that the angels taught them charms and enchantments and cutting roots and plants and acquaintedness with plants. They became pregnant and bore giants. But now when you take this with the Bible, you know that there were giant women in the earth, because it says there were giants before the sons of God angels came down. So that's why these particular giants that the women bore, when these giant men who had spiritualism in them, and they were giants, then it talks about them. It says they consumed their acquaintance accusations of, and all accusations of men, and when men could no longer sustain them, the giants, it says, devoured mankind. That doesn't mean that they ate them, because it says right away that they began to sin against birds, beasts, reptiles, and fish. And then it says to devour one another's flesh and drink blood. Now, when you read contextual study, this is what I do on my YouTube. I use the context to digest what the truth is. So it's clear that it said that they devoured mankind, but it says that they sinned against birds, fish, reptiles, and beasts. So, and then it says right away that they devoured the flesh and drank the blood of these animals that they were that they had sinned against. Okay, so as you read this in context, you don't get necessarily this image that the angels had giants and then they ate all of mankind, because it goes on to talk about a war that was induced by a good angel, Gabriel. That was a war that was induced. First, I wanted to mention that these angels did, this one in particular, it discusses taught how to make shields and breastplates and spears, and working of all metals and ornaments, and anatomy and beauty, and beautifying the eyelids, and costly stones, and coloring tinctures, more along the line of medicines. And and then another one taught them constellations and astrology. Another one taught them clouds, knowledge of clouds. And this is when the dew watered the ground. So there weren't clouds in the atmosphere like we have now. So he probably taught them knowledge of UFO technology that comes in and out of the atmosphere, clouds like Jesus left and will come back with these, and that God was in and out of, and the apostles got into, and Elisha, and all these clouds in the Bible. So this one particular angel gave them knowledge of this. And so I want to come down. It talks about they warned Noah to hide himself, and that his seed would carry on the generations. And then it talks about this hell in the earth, where this angel was being thrown in its darkness, that he may not see the light until judgment. And there shall be this fire there. And I've discussed this fire that's in hell, how it's not a torturing fire. It's a something that has to do with the mouth, and because the cooling is needed on the mouth in hell, the fire that's there. Now this war that was induced by Gabriel says, proceed against the bastards and reprobates and all children of the fornicators and children of watchers. Now, these are the children of the angels, not their grandchildren, not other people on the earth, other Adams that were on the earth, other people. So it's just the bastards, the ones that the angels didn't take wives. It said they took wives, but it said they also went in and bore children with women. So the one they had a wife with had a father, but the others they didn't. And so the war that was induced were these bastard children that didn't have a connection to a fatherly figure, and then reprobates and children of fornicators. So the people that fornicated also, and the children of the watchers. But this isn't talking about like the people that reproduced and made grandchildren or other people on the planet. And so the Jehovah's Witness try to paint a picture that everyone killed each other, everyone ate everyone. But I'm trying to clarify that what the truth is in the Book of Enoch, and that this book can be used with the Bible, and you get a clearer understanding of the truth. And so this also goes down to talk about torment and imprisonment. That the torment and will be done away with, and it says all punishment and torments will never come upon the generations forever and ever in the future. And I wanted to point that out because torments is used in the Bible to get a confession, not to punish you forever and ever. And so that's why this book is good, because it shows an end to torments and punishment. It shows that the whole earth shall be tilled in righteousness to plant trees full of blessing, and vines. It says wine. It says but to freed from all oppression and all unrighteousness, all sin, all godlessness, to clean the earth from these things and destroy it from off the face of the earth. And it says, all nations shall give adoration to me and praise me, God says. And cleanse defilement and punishment, torments. So, it states here in the Book of Enoch that if you have this idea that all nations at some day will be able to give adoration to God, then when you study the Bible, then you're going to find all these verses that I've revealed in other YouTubes about the renovated earth, how there is a renovated earth coming, and we'll serve God forever on the earth, but we'll also have star systems because of Abraham is the father of how many stars there are, that many people. And so there's a lot to look forward to and be optimistic about, and the Book of Enoch helps seal and give you a positive outlook. And so don't take what people say and the Jehovah's Witness have said about the Book of Enoch. There's a lot more in here that talks about more details. I've gone in other YouTubes, but the Book of Enoch, it does go with the Bible if you study it with the Bible. And if you have this outlook, it can save you from a lot of negativity about God that drives you to the point of atheism. So if you have comments, leave comments, and preferably thumbs up. There are a couple of people that give me thumbs downs. They are people who don't have videos or websites, or YouTube channels. They just they like to put thumbs down because they hold to commentary, and I use contextual commentary and use the context. As you can see how I try to show you that the points I make, I use the context, and I read through and I show you the context. And so these people that give me thumbs down, they also want to see me make a guitar video. So that's why today I made a guitar video and educational video about the Book of Enoch in the same day. So that if I get thumbs down from somebody, I'm getting thumbs up from somebody else. So So anyway, that's how it is. I respond to my comments and I don't delete them unless they're just real mean, you're a heretic kind of comments. Thanks.